Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about what I've been making for the past week. And I've given a few sneak peeks. There was a stream where I was making part of it, um, and now I get to finally reveal it. So what it is it's the Wingman from Apex Legends. And for those of you that haven't played Apex but have played Titanfall, it was in that game too. It's the same developers who made both games. So when I talk about the Wingman, I attribute it automatically to Apex because I've already put almost 1,000 hours into the game itself. And that's not joking. I've actually put 1,057 hours. Anyway, here's some concept art from it. And then I'll show you guys the final product. As of right now, with me filming, here it is. It's made with PETG material, which is harder than the PLA that I've been using for most of the other prints. For instance, these shelves over here are made with PLA. So, if you can see them. It's still nice material. It's like your everyday plastic, but this PETG is super sturdy. Like this feels, I mean, it's almost like I would say like a 1.2 or 1.4 pounds. It fits in my hand like perfect. Now, I got to give you guys the model for it here. Made by Ryan1705 on Thingiverse. And you print it out in multiple pieces. Like so. This is the stand for it. I haven't printed it out yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I kind of want to because, I mean, I don't want this just sitting at my desk or, just in the way. I kind of want it on display. I mean, it looks so cool. Now, I did have a few problems with this, just like all my other prints so far. I've run into a couple of things that were undesirable. For instance, the pieces that you print out, like this here, there was a lot of warping with PETG because it doesn't stick to the print bed as easy as I would like. So I needed to use like hairspray or painter's tape, things like that, to keep it on that first layer that it prints. So down here at the the very first layer around this edge, there were parts where it would start to come up because it would either cool too fast or it would it just wouldn't stick, and it would, while the printer head is moving over the next couple of layers, it moves the actual print itself. So right here was a big problem, this piece here, and it all fits together. This piece that I'm showing off is actually this back side here. The trigger guard is, and right before the hammer. But yeah, so that was a problem. What I ended up doing was, on pieces like this, instead of gluing it together, because when I tried to piece it together, the two halves, what it would do is it would sit like this, and this part needed to be closed. It was actually open like this. So what I did was I used some of these clamps, and I clamped the pieces down, super glued them, and once they were all sticking together, just to give it a little bit more sturdiness to it, I actually took one of my wood burning tool kits and I melted the plastic together. So you can kind of see it on the bottom here. And I should say this isn't finished yet. Towards the end of the video, you guys, or even in the next video, I'm gonna make some changes to it, both sanding it down and spray painting it a more metallic color. It used to be white, and then I took some white spray paint, Rust-Oleum spray paint, over it. And then I used black spray paint over that. Now it does feel kind of sticky. Not sticky, but it has that spray paint feel. There's obviously like a layer there. And this was before I looked everything up, like what you need to do to fill in little cracks in your print, or things like this on the bottom. So this is what I was going to show you here. Hopefully the camera gets it there with the light. This seam here, this is where it was melted together right there. And it's very obvious that it wasn't meant to be like that. It kind of looks cool with the spray paint over it, but that wasn't intended. Anyway, to fill that in, I needed to get some kind of filler, or I believe it's just like a primer, and a lot of people use automotive fill for that. So that's what I was thinking of getting next and putting over this spray paint. It's pretty much just finishing it, doing some post-processing to make it look as authentic as possible. I mean, this guy, you can see on his page, this thing looks awesome. I'm gonna do a completely different paint scheme, and I was almost planning on doing a skin from the game itself, and I wonder if I can search for it real quick. Let's see. This one, it's one of the coolest, I think, in the game. Okay, well, these people make puzzles. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's kind of odd. But it glows, and obviously I won't be able to get it to glow and do the pattern that it does. It's kind of different, but I'd like to do something along those lines with it, with either EL wire, or I don't think I can do any kind of like fluorescent paint, maybe, so it glows in the dark. I don't know if I want to do that, but we'll figure it out later, and it'll be in the next video. It'll probably be next week sometime when I finish this, and I'm definitely going to post another video about the process. This time I'm going to get more footage of me actually doing it. I've noticed that I've been kind of lacking in getting the the B-roll footage, or whatever you want to call it, of this stuff printing. Now, I streamed maybe once when I was printing this, so I have a little bit of footage that I can use from these being printed out. But either way, but yeah, just make sure to comment, give suggestions, and hopefully sometime I'm going to be able to start selling stuff. I'm not very comfortable with offering my prints for sale yet, because personally I don't think, I mean, I know someone would buy this, but I don't think it's at the point where I want to put it for sale, simply because some of the paint's coming off of my hand, so I'm gonna quit playing with it. But yeah, it's not at the quality like this. Like, this is the kind of quality I want to achieve eventually. He even has like a little sticker there, but sanding it down, filling in all those little printer lines, things like that. I'm still working to get the settings right on the printer, but so far, I mean, it's making everything that I've tried to make, minus the T-Rex head, but we won't talk about that. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, the next video is going to be probably next Friday. I've been trying to keep a consistent schedule because it's not my full-time job. It's not like I can, work every morning to edit and make a video, but hopefully you guys still enjoy it. And make sure to share the video around when you can. I'm going to be posting it in other places, see if we can get more views. But I really appreciate the support, guys. It's awesome. This is so much fun, and finally getting to do what I love to do, which is making content and things like this super nerdy, fun stuff. So, peace.